Hello, everybody. I'm a little bit early, but I wanted to make sure that I got on here early so I could say hello to everyone while everyone's joining in. Hello, everyone. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. Hi, Georgia. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Ivy. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I don't know if I made that better or worse. I think I made it worse. There we go. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Hold on. All right, that's as good as it's going to get tonight. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hello to everyone that's joining in. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Super excited to share with you a super cool, super fun technique. I actually did this technique by accident, and well, I don't know if it was necessarily by accident. I had a hope that it was going to work, and much to my excitement, it did. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you all to everyone that has already signed on for the very first annual Create Your Own Ending event. We have been overwhelmed with the response, and we are so excited that we are going to see so many of you in August. I am just beside myself with excitement, and I think it's going to be great. I am so excited to be able to hang out with you, to hug you, to be able to see you in real life, and to spoil you within an inch of your life, which is what I am super duper excited to do. So bear with me one moment. I am going to grab the link for tonight. I am so bad at that. I don't know why. I think it's because I get so darn excited to come and hang out with you guys that I forget to do the link. And it doesn't make sense because it is something that I should probably and honestly and truly just put the link up before I go live. It's not a big deal. But I know that there are lots of questions that you guys have about certain products and certain things before I go live, and I want to make sure that I can answer all of those questions. So clearly, by putting it up early, that would probably be best for everyone. But as it stands, I'm going to try to get better at actually doing so. So today is the 21st, so let me grab that link for you guys. How's everybody doing today? Good? Has everybody had a good day? So far, so good? I know that probably some of you are just getting notified right now that I am live, because it seems that there is a bit of a delay, especially when I come on live early. So I'm glad everybody organizing the craft room. Good, D. Good. I was starting to organize my studio today, and I came to a crossroads, and I'm fairly certain that most of you guys have come to the same crossroads that I have, where I get super excited about something that I find in my craft space. And I know that you guys have probably been this way as well, where you are, in your studio, in your space in which you create in, whatever you may call it, and you find something. And you find something that intrigues you because you haven't seen it in a while, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a second, I have to stop everything because I need to use this. I need to use this. Oh my goodness, D. I'm hoping that we're going to see you at the event, D. I don't know. I haven't seen everyone that has signed up for the event, but Michael came into my office today and told me that we have people from all over the world that have signed up for the event. So I'm hoping that, because D and I just carry on when we see one another, because I met her at the anniversary party. So I'm really excited to see quite a few of you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I did is I was playing around with the pixie spray. And I know so many of you have ordered this pixie spray to the fact that I think we might have like 6 of them left in stock before we get another shipment. And that was after already doing 5 cases of this amazing product. So I was playing around with it, and I was playing around with the Jellybean stencil. So the Jellybean stencil is one that is a recent release. And, oh, awesome, Georgia. That is a recent release. And I was playing around with some of the aqua pigments. So let me zoom in just a hair so you guys can see a little better. So I was like, wait a second. I would really, really love to be able to use the aqua pigments with my stencils, but I don't want to have to use a brush, and I don't want to have to, I don't want there to be a lot of prep work. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's easier to not have a ton of prep work. So I said, how can I do that? So this was my very first one that I tried. Then I got the hang of it, and this is the finished one. So I'm going to show you how to make this tonight. And when I first pulled the stencil off of this, it was definitely a gasp because I was a nervous wreck that it wasn't going to work. I said, Christopher, we're going to try this first. Because normally, you guys know me, I don't try things first. I just do them live with you guys, and I hope that they're going to work. And if they do work, then we learn something together. But if they don't work, then we learn what not to do. So tonight, I was playing around with this as soon as I got home because I really didn't know what I was going to do the video on tonight. Just simply because I'm still so excited about last night's video that I was like, what am I going to talk about tonight? So this is the new rainbow jelly beans, or I guess you could say tie-dyed jelly beans. And I just think this is super cool. And this is one of those wow factors, I think, that we talk about, is, when you give someone a card like this, they're going to say, wait a second. Now, how the heck did they do this? And how does that work? So now I'm going to show you. So what you're going to do is you're first going to grab yourself some of our aqua pigment paper. It is important that you use a watercolor paper, especially a cold pressed watercolor paper. The Brutus Monroe watercolor paper is cold pressed, and it's really, really awesome because since it's cold pressed, you do have a smooth side. It's a much smoother watercolor paper. So you're going to grab your aqua pigment paper, which is just a watercolor paper. Hi, Gail. And you are going to take your stencil. So this is, mine's been through it, and that's the way I like my stencils to look like they have been used. So this side is the side that I'm going to spray the pixie spray on. So you're going to grab your pixie spray. The pixie spray, remember, is a light tack repositionable, adhesive for stencils. What I'm doing is I'm holding it about an inch away, and I'm just spraying it. You can probably hear the spray in the background. I'm just spraying down my stencil. Now, for me, I do not, and I probably use way more than you're supposed to use. Anybody that, knows how to do this. You were kidding. I don't know. You didn't offend me. What did you say? So you're just going to go ahead and you're going to waft it. Do a little wafting, and then you're going to position it right onto your piece of paper. Now, again, you can use whatever stencil you want. I'm going to say that this technique will probably work best with a larger open... Oh, that's okay. No, you didn't offend me. A larger open-ended stencil. So now this is stuck down, and you're going to grab a water bottle. This spray bottle is from Walmart. You guys know that I frequent the Walmart often, and this this one is one that we use in our classroom at Brutus Monroe, and the reason we use these big ones is because we are able to use I don't even know how to explain it. We can use much more water. Obviously, at your table, or your craft station, you're going to want to use a smaller mister, which is what generally I would use, but I'm going to be spraying a bit of water on this guy. So you're going to take this, and you're just going to spray it, and I'm going to go off to the side with a bit of water. Now, again, like I said, this is going to be a lot more water than you probably need because I am using a like a hair spritzer. This is, what you would use if you wanted to wet down your hair. So now the bunny box is in my phone. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to see what you make. I'm so excited. All right, so you can see now, hopefully you can see that this is kind of damp. It's going to be kind of hard to see that it's damp, but I promise you it does have a damp coating on it. And now we're just going to take our aqua pigment. So I'm going to start with turquoise. And I'm just going to add some of the pigment to, and you don't have to do it for each one. The one thing I will say is you want to be kind of quick, because this paper is going to suck up that water in just moments. Because remember, the aqua pigment paper loves water. It loves water. It especially loves watercolors. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit. And this is kind of a very therapeutic thing. This was something that was really fun for me to do after work. It was kind of mindless. And to tell you the truth, I was just so darn excited that it actually worked that I could not wait to share it with you guys. So I'm just adding in some color. Remember, do not forget about your little guys over here. And we're just going to continue adding some more color here. And there's no wrong way to do this. It's completely up to you. You're just going to add some color, and it's very simple. So added some more. All right, all the way into tomorrow. Yes, I forgot. I always forget that it is tomorrow there. So now we're going to grab a little bit of magenta and whatever colors you want. There's, again, no wrong way to do this. The Jellybeans are actually a stencil we have at Brutus Monroe. And it's a newer stencil. We just recently launched it. And I am using the aqua pigments with the stencil. And let's see. You guys are probably yelling at home like, Christopher, you missed the spot. So now I think we're going to add, let's do a little bit. Now let's do some yellow orange. And like I said, there is no wrong way to do this. Just add in some color. The cool thing about the aqua pigments is they play very well with one another. And they will absorb into the paper. Okay? And you're going to want to add, a couple of drops to each one. It's going to give you a different look and feel and technique each way that you do it. So, yeah, this Jellybean stencil is a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Hello to everyone that is just joining in. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are doing some tie-dyed rainbow Jellybeans this evening. And you'll notice that when the aqua pigments hit one another, they kind of create this really cool, I don't even know what exactly the correct term would be, but it's like an osmosis, how they, right, Jerry? That's what I said, and that is what I was so nervous about. And that's why I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I'm going to let everyone know that this is, there's one on the bottom with just blue. Oh, thank you, Ivy. I knew someone would let me know if there was something I wasn't seeing. So let's do some violet on that one too. So this is what I was very nervous about, was exactly what, who's just told me that? Jerry just said. I was very, very nervous that what was going to happen was it was going to seep through. And I was like, oh my goodness. So now I'm going to take the heat gun from afar. And I'm just going to gently hit it so that so the colors will kind of move a little bit. And we want it to dry back a little bit. I know, doesn't it look cool? And now what you can do, if you want to, is you can leave this to sit overnight, if you wanted to. You don't have to, and I'm probably going to leave one to sit overnight tonight because I want to see how it's going to turn out. I know, aren't they so cool? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a regular everyday paper towel, and I'm going to just place it right on top. I'm not going to smush it. Place it right on top and just let it sit for a moment, okay? Now, this is going to be tough, I know, because you're going to want to pat it down and you're going to want to do all sorts of crazy things with it, but you don't want to do anything. Just let it sit there, okay? And then what I did was I just took my scoreboard and I just popped that right on top just to give it a little bit of even pressure. That's the key. You want it to have some even pressure. So now I'm going to lift this up, and you'll notice that a bunch of the color has come up, but I can guarantee not all of it has. And there is, and now don't throw this away because I know some of you guys would love to use this. So that is what we get. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heat gun. Take my heat gun, and I'm going to heat it the rest of the way. This is very important that you let it get as dry as possible before you lift up the stencil. Hi, Dee. Oh, that's cool. Whoopsies. All right. So we're going to go ahead and keep on drying. And we're almost done. All right. Oh, stop. It's so pretty. Lift that stencil. Okay. So now, are you guys ready for the big reveal? I know Jerry is, because she's nervous, just like I was nervous. I was real nervous. When I went to lift this off, I said, oh no, it's going to be awful. Hi, Dee. I was so nervous. So, all right, so let's go ahead and lift off the stencil, shall we? Here we go, the moment of truth. Look at those jelly beans, you guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that. And I cannot get enough of this. Again, this is one of those moments when you give someone a card like this, they're going to say, wait a second. Now, how in tarnation did you make that card? And the thing that I really love about it is, you see the concentration that is around where the actual, they do not. I actually used some of the pixie spray. So it's so cool because the border, yeah, I like the white border too. The white border is a cheat sheet that I give you on the stencils, because this white border, if you cut perfectly around it, that is going to give you a perfect quarter inch around. So I just think that's super cool. Would you guys like to do another one? I'm thinking we could do one with the metallics. Do you think that'll be cool? So these are the two we've done so far. And I can't wait to make these into cards, because that's like, you know, that's like right, Dawn? I'm so glad. Yeah, the pixie spray is something that I promise you I'm going to have so many different, I don't have a different stencil here, Gyps. But I'm going to actually use these for my Easter cards. So I figured 2 birds, 1 stone, right? We'll be able to use these for my Easter cards and also show you what they're going to look like. So these are the 2 I've done so far, and I'm just absolutely in love with these. I think they're great. So let's go ahead and do another one, but we'll use the metallics this time. So let's grab another panel here. And I'm going to have, I'm sure I have a million of them around here somewhere, Gyps. I know I do. But if you saw the state of here right now. Hi, Jennifer. So we're going to spray a little bit more pixie spray on it. Now, the thing is, you could most likely, to tell you the truth, use the same pixie spray that you used previously. I just don't want to live on the dangerous side, so I am going to add some more pixie spray. And I'll tell you right now, I've been using this same pixie spray since day one, and it's been working great. Oh, I do, D. I do. They're just all over the place because I am a very messy crafter. When creativity strikes, there's no stopping me. So things go missing very easily. Oh no, Jennifer. Well, I'm really excited because there are a little over, I think it's a little over half of the spots are gone for the event. And I'm just so excited to see, because I know that a lot of folks had to, you know, check dates and so on and so forth, but we saw a lot of the spots go this afternoon and overnight and so on and so forth. So it's been awesome. I'm just peeling off some gel from my stencil. I mean, you know, if you layer it on thick enough, eventually you don't have to wash it. You can just peel it right off. It's not, I mean, there's not really a scent to it. Oh, good, Dawn. There's not a scent to it. That's what's weird. Live on the wild side. Oh, good, Jerry. Would love to, I mean, I would love to see all of you, really. But unfortunately, there's only a few spots. It's not stained, Dawn. It's actually the, it's the gel that's stained. So do you see how this side is clean? It's because this side has gel. Because I'm a terrible stencil washer. Just like I'm a terrible stamp washer. But I try. I used the Decofoil transfer gel. And when you use the Decofoil transfer gel through this, you can go ahead and put it through a laminator. And this is what happens. These are eggs that we'll probably be using in another video at some point soon. And this is with my foil with Decofoil, Thermoweb, from my line with them. All right, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves. Okay, so what color shall we use? Let's use Delphinium, one of my favorites. Let's use Rose. Ooh, how about some lavender? And I think these three colors will be perfect. Let's just use these three, shall we? So I'm using lavender, delphinium, and rose. These are from the metallic aqua pigment collection. Oh, wait, I missed a step. Hold on. I can already tell that I missed a step. Bear with me. But I can tell that I can already tell this is going to be real pretty. All right. Water has been added. Whew, that was a close one. All right. Now let's go ahead. I know cactus is one of my favorites too. And see how different things happen when you have the water added? Things move and they groove, and it's really cool. Oh, Ivy, where's the question? Christopher, can you use the transfer gel as a resist? You sure can, Ivy. 100% you can. I know, the metallic gets me every time. And if you come to the event, you're actually getting some very special metallics. You're getting a lot of special stuff. We had a big meeting today, and when I tell you, you guys are getting, whoo, the goodies you guys are getting. I can't wait. I can't wait. And I can't wait till you guys see the giveaways. I'm going to be like Oprah, I said. I'm going to say, how about one more thing? Yeah, Dawn, I'm actually going to let one sit overnight. And I'm going to show you guys tomorrow what it looks like. Yeah, because the color will just soak into the paper because that's the only place it has to go. So eventually it is going to find its way into the background. Oh, yeah. So that's why I'm going to let one sit overnight tonight, Dawn. I don't know that overnight is going to need to necessarily happen. I think that it'll probably only take like an hour, maybe even less. So I'm going to check on it. But I'm actually going to go watch an episode of my new favorite mini series, and then I'll come check on it. Because it just came out yesterday, and I was so tired last night. It will not. Nope. It will not go under. As long as you use the spray. Dawn, I started watching on Hulu. It's called The Act. Have any of you guys ever heard of Gypsy Rose? Some of you guys may have heard of the story of Gypsy Rose. Some of you guys may have lived near Gypsy Rose. I don't know. I always forget that you guys are all over the world. Oh, that Gypsy. Gypsy. Are you familiar with Gypsy Rose? So I have been watching. I started watching it last night and I fell asleep. But it's so good so far. I mean, the mother is being played by Patricia Arquette, and she is just phenomenal. She's so good. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. It's not really scary. It's more of like it's a drama. The story of Gypsy Rose is it's a mother that, what is that called? It's Munchausen by proxy, I think is what it's called. But basically but she wasn't really sick. So that's the spoiler alert. Her mother made her think she was sick. And if any of you watch it, I'm not going to tell you about the end, but I'm sure some of you guys are probably going to Google, because that's what I would do. But she wasn't really sick. And the movie is all about that. All right, so I'm just gently heating this. I'm not leaving it on here long enough to do much. I'm excited because the one, like to the point where it is based on a true story. It's on Hulu, Donna. And luckily, I'm very fortunate that our sister-in-law has a Hulu account. And we use her Hulu account. Although, Courtney keeps trying to get me to watch this one show, and I can't remember what it's called. And I have to get a HBO subscription because we cut the cord not that long ago because we're watching everything online anyway with our subscription. So we didn't need all of the, the cable and everything. Now we have 75 different things we subscribe to. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop my scoreboard on top. Just give it a couple of seconds. And then we're going to lift it. And you'll see there's lots of color there. I know a lot of my mixed media folks will be able to utilize that color. Oh my goodness. Okay, that one is really, really pretty. Okay, so let's hit it again. I'm going to lift this up because I know that I'm damaging my cutting surface. This has happened to me before. But yeah, I've been very intrigued by it. I mean, I remember reading about the story and so on and so forth, but I'm now watching the miniseries. I don't know, Jennifer, but I can tell you right now, if you need some, they're all linked below. I linked them all below, just in case. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab another paper towel, because this one, I put a lot of aqua pigment on this one, I'm not going to lie to you. And this time I am going to push down, because I want to sop up quite a bit. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to hit it with the heat gun one more time. Yeah, our stencils are super heat resistant. They kind of have to be just because of the fact that we cut them with a laser. So all right. So let's go ahead and pull that off. Nope, it won't do anything to the stencil because our stencils are heat resistant. All right, so let's go ahead and peel this guy off. And again, remember, we won't have any, it won't hurt our paper because it is a, like you can see the back, there's literally, it didn't even touch the paper. But now let's take a look. Now that one is cool. Can you see how it... Oh my goodness, Don. I know I do really like his line of products. He did a great job. These ones almost look like they're marble, doesn't it? I mean, it has the same effect as this one, but it's a different look to it almost. Do you see what I mean? That's really cool. All right. So last but not least, we're going to do one more. And the last one we are going to do, I'm going to do a rainbow on each one of the jelly beans. And we're going to let it sit overnight, okay? So we have yellow. We're going to need a red. So I'm thinking we'll use the pink as the red. We have the orange yellow. We have regular yellow. We have a green. We have a turquoise for blue. And we have violet. So these are the colors we're going to use. Oh, it does kind of remind me of Andy Warhol. The crazy thing about Andy Warhol, did you know that I live about 10 minutes from his museum and about 15 minutes from the cemetery in which he is buried? I grew up absolutely adoring everything that Andy Warhol did. Everything that he did. Just incredible. I think maybe I should take our team for it. Maybe we can go to a team builder to his museum. I think that'll be fun. All right, so I'm going to grab a little bit more pixie spray. All right. What did Jip say? Oh, jelly. All right. So we're going to use a little bit more spray. Yes, he was amazing. I actually have one of his quotes on my wall in my office, and I really want to get it as a tattoo. It is my favorite quote of all time. And I really would like to get it as a tattoo because you guys know I mean, you guys wouldn't know it, but I have lots of tattoos that many people, I mean, you don't really, when I wear my hoodie and stuff, you don't know. The quote is, "The idea is not to live forever, but it is to create something that will." It's my absolute favorite quote from him. That piece of paper was cut a little bit short. I must have cut that one. Yes, it is my favorite quote. And I love that quote because I always think of the idea that Thank you, Gyps. I'm just shaking up my aqua pigments because I haven't used these colors in a while. But thank you. I should probably have like some sort of a timer or something that says water. All right, so there's our water. I think it's in a, oh, well, let me hit it again. All right. So this is the one I'll show you guys tomorrow once it's all done. So we're going to start with the pink. And I'm just going to put one drop in each one. Well, the larger ones. I'm going to try to work fast so my water doesn't dry. Oh, and it's opposite this time. It's backwards from the way I did it before. Actually, I think I'm not going to use the yellow too because this one has a lot of, since it's orange yellow, it has a lot of the yellow tones to it. So I think we'll be good with just and I'll be sure to post a picture of this too if it's tonight. It's one of my favorite, it actually is my favorite quote. And the thing that I think is going to be cool about this is that some of the colors will run together, but I think some of them have already soaked in. Hi, Marie. I'll show you the finished one in just 1 second. This one we're doing an experiment, and we're going to let this one sit overnight and see what happens. You know me, I always have to experiment with the aqua pigments. I did, Marie, and that's what's keeping everything kind of in place. As soon as I get this last color on, I will show you. Oh, scooch it up? Okay. Oh my goodness. That was the most nervous scooch I've ever done. Anything for you, Gyps. Anything for my Gyps. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish our last colors. A little dab is all we need. Some of these larger ones, I like how some of them have like a swirl to them. Do you see that? Some of them have a lot of color. Now this one, I mean, if this one works, this is the true test because I put a lot of color on this. All right, so we're just gonna let that sit overnight. Yeah, so this is what the finished ones look like, Marie. So this is one we did with the metallic aqua pigments. This is one that we did with a couple of different colors. It would work great with the color burst. And then this is one, this was actually my test one that I did. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it would work great with the color burst. So these are the 3 that I did. I don't know which one I love more. I mean, it's really hard to pick a favorite, obviously. I would do a sample with the color burst, but my color bursts are actually packed away still. How about we'll do one with the color burst tomorrow? Does that work? Maybe tomorrow? I can already tell that I didn't put enough adhesive on the corner here. I think it's still holding its own, though. It's really strange. Oh, wow. We'll see tomorrow. Or in an hour. Oh, I will post it on Instagram if it dries today. I mean, I can already see that it is drying in a couple of places. I mean, there's a lot of liquid on here. Let me go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see there's a lot of water on here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see, but there's a lot of water. Let me tilt the camera a little bit. There's a whole lot of water on there. So they're packed at the store, unfortunately. But don't you worry, because I'm gonna, just for you, Gyps, I'm gonna bring home a different stencil tomorrow. Heck, I might even design a new stencil just for the heck of it, so that we can do some really cool techniques. I have something up my sleeve. I think I have an idea. One that might have some circles or something. I think it'll be really cool. So that is that. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Right? Just because, we'll just design one and, we'll go ahead and print it out or cut it out and we'll be good to go. I know, Petty, right? So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of my life, and thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Remember, to create something every day, whether that is your own tie-dyed jelly beans or your own ending. Oh, thank you, Donna. I can't wait to see some of you guys in the real class in August. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Love you to pieces. Thank you all so much for joining me for the event that's coming up. I can't say thank you enough. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Be good to one another, because we are all that we have. And I will see you guys tomorrow.